All right. Finally got the live button. I was starting to wonder. All right, we got one person out there. Uh, where in the hell do you start? Other than the darling. Hello, Carol, and hello, James. Uh, the darling of Russian TV now, Tucker Carlson. Uh, he was out busy last night insinuating that the U.S. and Ukraine are hiding biolabs uh, in Ukraine. Of course, they have. How else in a country that is expected? We've seen what the Russians have done with chemical warfare. They're using it against people they don't like. They did it in Germany. They did it uh, in the UK. I mean, I could go on, don't have to. They used it and killed one guy that was in opposition to Putin. The other one, they tried to poison him. He's back tweeting out of a penal colony in Russia, Alexei Navalny. All right. And he was generally saying, oh, isn't it terrible that the U.S. and Ukraine wouldn't want to let anyone know out of fear that Russia might gain these from the research lab. Even Marco Rubio, in questioning this woman in the Senate, would not talk to Carlson about the matter. So what's he do? And I risk myself. Hello, Stanley. Glad to see you, brother. Uh, I risked myself for 12 minutes hearing his bullshit. What he went on to do, if you can't learn the truth from the Pentagon, then why not check this out with one of the Russians talking about uh, labs and stuff. Then he went on, he even went further, ladies and gentlemen. He went to a Chinese representative and was playing what he had to say about it. And of course, you know, you're not going to get anything good about the USA, the Ukraine, or anything else out of either one of those countries. Let's see. Basically, what I had to say is you can't believe this man. He should not be doing that. He is the darling of Russian TV. They show his clips because he is always running down Biden's administration as being weak. And somehow Russia and Putin, under Putin, is a shining star to him. And all because of oil. In fact, Tucker's second favorite monster is Vladimir Putin. His first favorite monster is the orange one. We all know he loves Donnie. Ah, shit gets me upset. Here we've got, well, I'll cover that at the end. We're getting a lot more snow than I thought we were going to get. Um, And it was basically, how dare Ukraine have a bio research lab? Sweetheart. Oh, never mind. Oh, excuse me, people. I got to get up and close this old door. Sometimes it takes a couple of good slams to get it to work right. Uh, Really, Tucker, uh, We know, brothers and sisters, we know that Russia has those kind of weapons, but it is somehow wrong, according to Tucker, for the United States not to say anything about it. And he already got an answer in the Senate. They have a research lab because they have to keep up with what chemicals the Russians are using and see if they can come up with anything to counter the effects of those chemicals. The bird brain? No, that's call him what he is. He's a Russian bird. That's what he wants. And I didn't even get to cover Hannity and Ingram last night. They carry it on though. There's so many bad countries that we share information with or look into their information on chemicals and chemical weapons. Give me a break. But that fart face is a traitor to his own country. And I already told you about that. Even though Marco Rubio won't even talk to him. So then he goes in to listen to what the Russian side is on it and then the Chinese side on it. And he was, our Pentagon plainly stepped out and after a question and said, we are not developing biological weapons inside Ukraine. No, they're trying to see what they can do to make sure they're not as effective. Any way that they can, you know, my brain is gone haywire with all that snow out there. There's where my brain is. I have no doubt in my mind, ladies and gentlemen, that Carlson will prove to be a detriment to them in the Dominion case, $2.7 billion. How are they going to defend what he does? Because he's a part of it, along with the other clown car talking heads that Fox spews. Of course, Fox will say once again that no one should believe what Carlson says. That's how they've gotten out of other lawsuits. That nobody with any common sense, in other words, should listen to his opinion. And that's what it is. Opinion. It's not backed up with facts. Like I put in my notes, really, you un-American puke. And that was, like I said, within 12 minutes, he had spewed out all this bullshit. And at that point, I was totally disgusted. Really, Tucker wants the viewers to believe Russian and Chinese over our own government. And like I said, that's his second favorite monster is Vladimir Putin because of the power and the oil. If you've got oil, it doesn't matter if you're a democratic country. He doesn't care so much for democratic countries if it's a place like Russia with an authoritarian dictator. Oh, that's fine because they've got oil. And what's even worse, now two of our Democrats are going to join with 15 Republicans to vote against the ban on Russian imports, Russian oil imports. They certainly are, Carol. I agree with you 100%. Hello, Michael. All right, we got people drifting in. Uh, that consumed a lot of my time last night. We already know that children of Russian parents will not believe what they're saying. They think that they're being told the Ukrainians are attacking themselves and bombing hospitals, schools, and churches. Give me a fucking break. But some of the kids are still trying to work with their parents. Like this one guy, his father told him that he didn't know what he was talking about. Vladimir Putin would never do anything like that. That it is the Ukrainians that are the troublemakers and killing their own people. But he's still going to work with his father to see if he can turn him around. In Russia, the ruble is worth about 1 penny in our currency. Putin is calling it an economic war. You're damn right, it's an economic war. Uh, and now over 2.1 million Ukrainians, women and children mostly, have fled the country in 14 days of invasion. All right, that's where I covered that. Russia has launched today at least 700 plus missiles into Ukraine. 70% of Americans are willing to pay more for gas in support of Ukraine. What I'm against is the price gouging that began uh, in earnest right after the State of the Union. The next morning, it had gone up from, I believe, 314 to 326. It's now at Hy-Vee over here, 369 a gallon, 362 at Murphy's. And I mean, I'm going to have to pay it. I'm willing to pay it. If we can save a democracy, I'm all for it. But we have to understand we are going to be sacrificing. It's going to cost us in everything we do. But isn't it worth it to have put a dictator and say, no, you're not going to do that? And if the Ukrainians can hold out long enough, those sanctions are going to make sure that Putin doesn't stay in power. Because at some point, brothers and sisters, he's going to be turned on by the Russian people are going to have to say, that's enough. We've had it. Quit your lying and get him out of office. All right. Basically, that's what was consuming my thought. And I just wanted to say, I stand with President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris and President Zelensky. I stand with Ukraine. Uh, we have to keep Ukrainian people fighting for their democracy and their freedom. Also, I want to throw this in about Cawthorn. Cawthorn had to be corrected by a state Republican Party member or state House member about calling Zelensky a thug. You know where that's coming from being a supporter of this one, Mr. Insurrection. Shit. Okay, I covered most of that. And that's why, oh, wait a minute. And I just wanted to reach out once again. I'll try this again. The folks on the other side, I want you to keep in mind it's Vladimir Putin that brought all this pain from Russia with its war of choice, brothers and sisters. To my friends that are Republicans, you are being lied to by your media. Biden is showing resilience and strength, not weakness. And if a World War III starts, there will be no winners. That's why peace, resist, persist. And that's why we must all stand together or we'll all die together. No matter whether you think you can survive in a bunker for years, think about it. How many years are you going to be in that bunker? And what are you going to do about water, food after a number, say a decade or 2 decades? Even the elite are not going to be able to hold out for 40 or 50 years underground. I guarantee that. All right, that's about all I've got for this evening. I've got quite a bit to think about out there. There's nothing I can really do, and there's nothing I'm going to do except maybe clear off the stoop, uh, which is now even with where the sidewalk is. Uh, it's all just one level thing. I'm thinking we've got 4 or 5 inches now, and it is coming down harder. Uh, I'm going to be working on a few things this evening. I will share the Blue Dot family meeting, whether I'll be in it or not. I also wanted to mention for some questions I've had about uh, Apple TV. Now I can receive it in there when I can figure out how to hook it up to the modem. I don't have any way to hook that TV set to the modem, but on here, since I'm on a MacBook Air, I'm able to go down and click on the Apple TV, and I'm thinking very seriously of trying a free trial of it. There's movies out there. There's programming that Grace and I could have to watch on here, but it's saying that you should be able to watch it on all devices. Well, all devices would be this and the HP back here, and uh, that would be it as far as until I figure out a way to hook up that TV set to the modem. I have to have Ethernet at one end and probably HDI or HDM, HDMI at one end. Excuse me, I'm rattled today. Uh, but I've got to have that to be able to hook up the TV set. Uh, Direct TV is probably going to suspend our service after midnight tonight. They sent me a letter about that. Uh, they were saying if I could pay $193.99 today, then we'd be in good shape until the 19th of the month, and then we would have to work with them again. And we just can't do it. Yeah, but I figure, Carol, with Roku, is it going to get any more channels than I get with my Blu-ray player? Blu-ray offers Netflix, a lot of them, YouTube. I can watch anything that I watch here on this screen or on the HP screen. I can watch it on the big screen. I can even use the search facility and look up my show, YouTube, and play it on the big screen in there. In fact, I'm thinking about, I may pause one of my shows on the big TV set up in there. It's a little hard because, as you see, our sofa is facing one wall and the TV set's on the other wall. So I might have to, maybe I'll set the HP on the sofa and see what I can come up with that. You may see this show playing in the background. Of course, I'll have it muted for my Friday show, which I am looking forward to. Uh, and in the future, I'll just be able to go to YouTube, get information, go to my Google email, raw story, and a lot of different ones that I'm posting already out of email. I'll be able to keep doing that. I can guarantee you, yeah, they are crap, but uh, it depends on the size package you got. Grace likes a lot of things that we've already decided that we wouldn't have. And going forward, when things get better for us, we may end up with a very reduced package from them because I know not to get Dish Network. Dish Network, my brothers in law like watching Cardinal baseball. Well, they can't watch it, not with Dish Network, because DirecTV, the only way to get it is two ways, through DirecTV, extra innings, or MLB.com. You can get it directly from there. Uh, Over at my mother-in-law's house, they don't no longer have internet service, so they're not able to do anything like MLB. I'm sure, and I found it to be written. Yeah, it is worse. It's a lot worse, and they got in on a good package with Dish, but it was only on a suggestion from someone else that they got that because the only advantage with them here is paying extra now for KTVO uh, television, which is Sinclair Broadcasting. I get it over the air on the big TV on a clear TV antenna in the window. And so I am not interested in any service that would allow me to see KTVO. I don't have to have it. I got it for free. Why would I want to pay for it? All right, I'll let y'all go. I'm rattling on now. Uh, and each and every one of you have a wonderful evening. Like I said, I'll drop in, share the meeting. Uh, I'm going to be figuring out the ropes on getting on Discord. But then again, I don't want. I'm not going to be on every show, but I did enjoy what I did to the last or on the last meeting, being able to get on there. I just got to figure out how to. It's like timing. You've got to not step on what anybody's saying, and that's what I was trying to do. And I thank John Ifly for stepping up for me and pointing out that I was in the room. And that got me back, and I was able to get out everything except the new place with Randy's Corner, where you can free your mind, and that's set up by Jay North for me. And Jay North is an administrator. I'm the administrator, and also Doug Shuff, and I believe uh, Faith Davis is also a administrator on that group. So if you hadn't been there, please come there and join. If you hadn't seen me, you like what you're hearing here, go down and like and share. Subscribe if you like what you're hearing. And also go over to John Britovo, Blue Dot Family, and join us. Become a part of the Blue Dot family. All right, that's about it, y'all. Uh, oh, watch it, Carol. Don't get in Facebook jail. That's what we're all trying to avoid. And some other show, I'll talk about some of the crap they're pulling on me by not allowing. It's not the administrators of the group that are taking my songs that I post out there down. It's Facebook doing it. All right. Oh, I already did the closing. So y'all have a good evening. I love this Blue Dot family, and I will be putting my information out there only on my timeline below this rant. So if you can help, it's appreciated. If you can't, I understand. All right. Like, share, help me share this shit. I'll see y'all later on this evening. Bye bye for now. Share this shit, please.